This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahushai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai's sake. Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. Yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 26, is that I came across this article today from The Hill where you have a Jake four-star general from the Marine Corps, all right, reporting to the major news outlets, okay, regarding an impending future terrorist attack from terror groups in Africa, okay? And this is the four-star general Jake Michael Langley. In fact, he is known as being the first black, which nobody's black, okay? You're either different shades of brown or different shades of red, all right? That whole color spectrum narrative is set up by the devil to confuse people, all right? But the point is, he's the first, okay, Jake four-star general in the 246-year history of the Marine Corps, all right? In fact, I was looking at this spiritually regarding reincarnation. You know, this could be Tiberius Julius Alexander, okay, who denounced, you know, he became an apostate, you know, towards his own culture and heritage. And he wanted to be a Roman, okay? He wanted to be a Roman citizen. He became a Roman citizen. Then he moved up in the Roman military and actually became a high-ranking officer in Titus' chief of staff. Which, if you don't know anything about Titus, all right, Titus was the one that sieged Jerusalem in 70 AD, okay? And this Jake, this Israelite, Tiberius Julius Alexander, helped assist Titus, okay, with the assault on Jerusalem, all right? So yeah, you had people back then being wicked sellouts, just like you have people today, okay, among our nation that are wicked sellouts, all right? And this is a perfect example because, yo, Africa terror group, okay, this is the narrative they're going with, all right? So you already know this is Jacob's trouble, okay? So don't be surprised in the near future that there's a terrorist attack and you're going to see a so-called black, okay, man, all right, and they're going to associate it with the terrorist groups out of Africa, because this is what he said, okay? The U.S. military top general in Africa, right, because he's part of the, he was promoted to be the overseer of AFRICOM, okay, under the United Combatant Command. In fact, I think it's right here. Where is it at? Yeah, here it is. Let me see if it opens up. United States Africa Command. Okay. It was activated in October 2008. All right. And it's part of the Unified Combatant Command. Let me click this. All right. The Unified Combatant Command, also referred to as Combatant Command, CCMD, is a joint military command of the United States Department of Defense that is composed of units from 2 or more service branches of the United States Armed Forces and conducts broad and continuing missions. In fact, there should be a picture. There it is. Here it is. All right. And this goes to show you that America, Babylon the Great, is the hammer of the whole earth. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So this Jake, this 4-star General Jake, all right, he was promoted to oversee U.S. Africa Command, all right? And so this is his testimony, okay? But it's all set up for Jacob's trouble, all right? Because he's a sellout. He's a wicked, all right, black demon, all right? That's what I'm, yeah, that's the proper context, all right? Because, you know, he's willing to sell out his own people, all right, to keep his status. So he's the black devil, all right? Just like some of you pseudo Hebrew Israelites out there, all right? Because when you go to the word black, all right, in its proper context, okay, defined, all right, this is what I'm looking for. Oh, that's a good one. Denoting of covert military procedure, right? And he's been designated to go against his own people covertly, being deceptive, deceitful. But where's the word I want to look for? There's a all right. Where's it at? There was a definition where, there it is, very evil or wicked. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? So that's the proper context. All right? He's a very evil, wicked, all right, person. So he's the black devil. All right? Because, right, for him to say this shit is wild. But we understand what this is all about. All right? This is about persecuting, all right, the Lord's people. All right? Jacob's trouble. You're going to have our own people. Wait, hold on. Whoop. Our own people. Let's go back. All right? Like him in the military that are willing to kill his own kind to keep his status. All right? All right. A gift destroyeth the heart. In fact, before I read this, let's show you, okay, exactly what this gift is. Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 27. As a cage is full, well, let's start at 26 again. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait. As he that setteth snares, they set a trap, they catch men. 27. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Right. All right. This Jake is full of deceit. All right. You know, he's done a lot of wicked, evil things to get to this rank. Okay. That's why, you know, he's the black, he's a black devil. Okay. Meaning wicked. Evil, okay? All right, but his skin complexion is brown, different shades of brown, all right? All right, let's continue on with this set because, he's willing to sell his own people, all right, for riches. Therefore, they are become great and waxen rich, exactly, okay? 28, they are waxen fat, they shine, yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked, right, okay? You even got pseudo Hebrew Israelites that are overpassing the deeds of the wicked, teaching bugged out doctrines like an eternal fire damnation. Okay, an eternal fire damnation. Like that's bullshit. Okay, all right. The scriptures do not say that. Okay, the Lord's who the Lord judges in terms of the 2/3. All right, here in Babylon the Great. Okay, or wherever they be, okay, but we know the 2/3 here are going to be judged with fire, with in that lake of fire. All right, the scriptures don't say that they're going to burn forever, eternal fire damnation. No, it doesn't. Okay, because if that was the case, then why? And the elders brought this out. All right, but we want to bring it out again. The book of Jude. Okay, this cuts this whole eternal fire flame forever and ever narrative right here. Jude 7, all right? even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities above them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh. And that's completely what America is doing, the same concept, all right, which this devil defends. He defends this LGBTQT lifestyle, okay? Guarantee he's done a lot of LGBTQT lifestyle to get where he's at, okay? Because they're all into secret society. If you're a 4-star general, you're in a secret society. You've done a lot of wicked, abominable acts. I'm just keeping it 100% facts, okay? But let's go. But the point is, I don't want to go off the point I'm making here in terms of the Sodom and Gomorrah are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Right? Is Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire? No. All right. It's just, all right. Everybody knows the story. Okay, meaning it's a memorial. Okay, just like when America gets wiped out with fire, it's all right. It's going to be eternal and memorial forever and ever. In fact, let's go to the word eternal. And again, the elders and apostles went into this so many times, man. Okay, that's why you Jakes are through, man. What does eternal mean? Let's see how Esau pronounces it.
Strong's G 166. Ionios. Ionios.
Ionios. Okay? Without beginning and end, that which always has been and always will be. Right. Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, was judged by the Lord. All right? And that still stands today. Okay? It's an everlasting. Everybody knows that story. Okay? It's eternal. Okay? Without end, never to cease, everlasting. You see? Okay? Eternal. Let's see. Let's go to the root word. Forever, unbroken age, perpetual time, eternity. Yep. So there you go. It will always be in the mind. Okay? A memorial forever and ever. Eternal. All right? Does that mean it's physically burning eternal forever? No. So that cuts that narrative of eternal damnation fire that you pseudo-Hebrew Israelites are pushing out. That's why the Lord's going to judge you, because you're causing mass confusion, all right? And you're using Esau Edom's doctrine, okay? So that it sounds like you sold out. So that's why you overpass the deeds of the wicked. You're calling yourself an Israelite, all right? But you sold out for the bag. So you overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right and needy do they not judge. All right? And hey, oh man, this Jake, all right? Again, I believe through the Spirit, as I'm doing this lesson, I really believe this could be Tiberius Julius Alexander, all right? He didn't give a damn about his people, all right? He helped assist the Romans, all right, to starve Israelites out, all right? Had Israelites turning into cannibalism, yeah, all right? And this is what this Jake gonna do the same thing, okay? I want to be surprised, all right, once he leaves his post, all right, he helps assist in on the national level, all right, within America, all right, in terms of military operation when martial law breaks out. I want to be surprised. This could be Tiberius Julius Alexander, all right, but yeah, this guy right here, all right, he don't care about the condition of Jake, all right, the fatherless, all right, how the oppression, all right, that these devils, these Edomites, these so-called white race done to us. All right, he don't give a damn, okay? You can see in his eyes he don't give a fuck. He's willing to kill a Jake, all right? And then drink a beer with a whole bunch of Edomites and laugh about it, okay? All right? Because why? Excuse me. Let's go to NLT version. They are fat and sleek, and there's no limit to their wickedness, to their wicked deeds. They refuse to provide justice to orphans. Right. That's him. Okay. Here it is. He's a 4-star general. All right. He's got he has a lot of soldiers underneath him. He could easily go against the American government. all right, from all the wickedness is doing to Jake, all right, from the poisoning in the food, the water, and the air, okay, all right, the missing Jake children, and I'm gonna keep bringing this up. That's why America's going down in violence. America's going to be destroyed. All the missing Jake children is scary numbers, starting with Judah, okay, so-called Negroes. All right, they make up the top, all right, of missing children. You would think he was like, fuck this. They fucking with my people, man. I'm taking this government down. I got a backing. I got soldiers that are willing to fight. All right, willing to obey my orders. No, all right. Because he's sold out for them goodies. He don't give a fuck about Jake and the missing children and Jake being oppressed here. All right. He's all about preserving his status in America. All right. Well, newsflash, Michael Langley, if you're listening, the Lord's setting America to be judged. All right. That's why this place is going down. All right. That's why you lost in Africa. All right. Because let's get into. You know what? Hold on. You lost in Africa, and I'm gonna read this article where it shows you've been losing. All right. Because it's time. It's time for America to lose its power. And America is losing its power. Bear with me one moment. Let me finish this. And deny the rights of the poor. Okay? Yet they prosper in the right of the needy, do they not judge? Right. So I read you the NLT and the KJV. And that's the wicked of our people, man, that's sold out. 29. Shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord Yahweh? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as is right? Because Yahweh Shai is going to come himself. All right, to get you sell out wicked Jakes too that are in the military. Okay, Yahweh Shai. All right, a so-called black man with white woolly hair is coming to, all right, fuck up the U.S. military. You damn Skippy. All right, in those so-called UFOs. All right, you know that's how we say the Lord's coming back. You know that's what we bring out. Okay, that's why you're gonna come persecute us because you hate that we're telling you the truth to your face. You hate it. All right, you're gonna make up some bullshit. But it's all right. We see the narrative. We see it with this. All right? We see the narrative. But Jacob's trouble. We see the persecution coming. We see it. Now let's read this. All right? And again, you're losing, America. Okay? You're losing big time in your hegemony in the world. The U.S. military's top general in Africa said terrorist factions in the Sahel region have increased their presence so much in the past 3 years that they soon may be able to launch attacks within the United States Babylon. That's right, okay? You see the narrative being, all right, painted, okay? The narrative's being painted, brothers and sisters. Get your mind right. The region, which mainly includes Mali, Burkina Faso, and Nigeria. Interesting. Why those countries? All right? Because they've been backed by Russia. I'll show you. I got it right here. The cult of Saint Traar, how a Russia-backed junta leader became an icon. Right. All right. So the Russians are dominating in the proxy wars, okay, against America in Africa, the continent of Africa. Okay. This is how, all right, America's losing hegemony because the Russians are a contender. This is all spiritual. The Lord is setting up Russia to destroy America. And you clearly see it. Okay. That's why it's you Jakes, you're foolish to stay in the military. You're foolish to stay in the police force. Okay, you need to get out. All right, America's losing on their foreign policy. The CIA is losing spies and informants. Come on, I'm gonna keep bringing that out too. All right, we here at Great Millstone to the Spirit Power Yahweh Bashem. We see this place done. All right. We see the Lord working. The Lord is working. All right. Let's continue on. The flashpoint of prolonged conflict and growing instability. U.S. Africa Command head General Michael Langley, sellout, wicked. All right. Looking like he's Tiberius Julius Alexander in reincarnation. Told reporters Thursday, quote, "It is the epicenter of terrorism on the globe." Come on, man. You see where this is going. That's why among our people are found wicked men. He's setting the stage up for Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? Because now, all right, when that terrorist attacker comes, all right, Jake is going to be public enemy number one. All right? And our own people are setting up the narrative. Fucking sellouts. Okay? Extremist groups are gaining ground and also expanding their ambitions. You could thank Russia for this. Therein lies the threat to the homeland, he added on the sidelines of the African Chiefs of Defense Conference in Nairobi, Kenya. Right. Also, there was a lot of reporters there because he was reporting it, all right, to the media as well. Sahel countries have long struggled to combat violent extremist groups, with some facing greater instability after falling to military coups, again, backed by Russia, U.S. officials have warned. The military juntas in power have forced out American and French troops. Right, again, the Russians have been backing them, all right? They just didn't have the might in their own hand, all right? It's the Russians doing this, okay? And it's all part of prophecy, all right? So there you go. That's why you're losing, okay? But you know, our people are still going to, you know, sellouts like this Michael Langley character, okay, are still going to stay in the military and be oppressive to his own people. It's crazy, man. Zechariah chapter 7, verse 8. And the word of the Lord came unto Zechariah, saying, verse 9, thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment. Right, you're supposed to be executing true judgment, Michael Langley. All right, and show mercy and compassion every man to his brother. Right, all right. You know that our people being oppressed here in Babylon, the great America. All right, you know. All right, our people make up the prison industrial complex. All right, and it's done on purpose because that's where this free slave labor went to. Okay, you know this, but you don't give a fuck. All right, you have no compassion and mercy. Okay. You pseudo-Hebrew Israelites have no compassion and mercy on your own people, man. You too. Talk about eternal flame, eternal fire, all right? You're supposed to have compassion. Just like, okay, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. 10, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger. Now, this stranger is Gar, so this is an Israelite foreigner. That's why you got to look up words. All right, I'll go into it just to make up the point. This is Gar, all right? So this is clearly talking about Israelite foreigner. Okay, foreigners in Israel, though, conceded rights. Exactly. Okay? All right? If it was a actual stranger heathen, it would be Nakar. Okay? That's why you got to go into words. You got to go into Hebrew. The apostles always say this over and over and over again. All right? Nor the poor, let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. Right? And this devil, this black devil is imagining evil against his own brother by saying this shit. Okay? All right? Our own people saying this shit, man. That's fucked up, man. $11, but they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder. Right, he ain't listening to us, the prophets. All right? He's looking at us as a problem. And stopped their ears that they should not hear. 12, yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts have sent in his spirit by the former prophets. You see? So, hey, the Lord always uses his prophets from, okay, the nation of Israel, all right, to tell our people to get in order, get right, all right? Stop being abusive to your own people, all right? Execute true judgment. Tell the truth, okay? But no, they don't want to hear. So guess what? Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts, right? So they're going to be destroyed, okay, in nuclear fire. The lake of fire is here in America, Babylon the Great. Okay? This is where the, all right, eternal fire is going to be at. Because the Lord is going to bake this place, man. Okay? With nuclear fire. But it's not going to be forever. Eventually, okay, the fire is going to cease. Okay? But it's going to be in everybody's mind. It's going to be eternal. All right, this is what happens when you come against the Lord. Okay? I understand why the Lord is going to judge even those that know they're Israelites, because They're constantly going back and changing doctrine, and while we're so close to the end. Like, that's madness, bro. Like, you basically saying the Lord's not merciful. And that's what I got out of it. You're saying that the Lord is not merciful. The Lord is just a tormentor, all right, and like a tormentor, all right, for eternity. Like, he's just gonna have you in fire for, all right, forever, 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 and without showing any mercy. Okay? No. Now let's play with a balance. Now the Lord can keep you in that fire for a particular time period, and it may seem like it was a long time, but again, the scriptures say all Israel shall be saved. Okay? So eventually he's going to stop that. And then again, in Daniel 12, and this goes along with sellouts. Okay, let's read Daniel 12. Okay, what does Daniel 12 say? And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble. Right, Jacob's trouble, because you're going to have a lot of sellouts like this individual participating in the destruction of his own people. Fucking insane, man. I look at you, Jake's in the military, and I look at y'all with just disgust. It's 2025, and you're still willing to fight for this kingdom, this country that's been oppressive to us and the world. It's fucking insanity, bro. All right? Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time. Same time, right? It's talking about Jacob's trouble. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Right, the book of life. This is talking about deliverance. Okay? When the elect get beamed up into a cloud. Okay? The big chariot, Yahushai spaceship. Okay? The so-called UFO. 2. And many of them that sleep in the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Does it say that those that are in to shame and everlasting contempt will also be burning in a lake, okay, in a fire forever and ever, okay, eternal damnation fire? No, it says shame and everlasting contempt. All right, meaning when they're back, they're gonna be ashamed of what they've done, okay, and everyone's gonna know, okay. Oh, like for example, P. Diddy, all right, Jay-Z. Okay, when they come back into the kingdom, all right, they're going to be the ones shame and everlasting contempt. Like, damn. Okay? I fucked up. And everybody's going to know. Okay? I'm going to see what does shame mean? A lot of you pseudo Hebrew Israelites that are teaching bugged out doctrines, you're going to be everlasting shame. Like, damn, I was talking about a fire damnation forever and ever with no mercy, underground hell forever and ever with no mercy. Like, you're going to be ashamed. All right. The Hebrew word is ka ra pa. Okay, let's break it down. Okay, this is a ka, this is a ra. Okay, and this is a pa. Karapa, which means a reproach, a scorn, okay, a disgrace. That's what you're gonna feel like, a disgrace, man. Okay, where the elect men are gonna have to cheer you up, like, hey, man, that was your lot. Hey, it is what it is, but hey, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be eternal in your mind. Like, damn, I fucked up, man. I didn't want to serve the Lord. I wanted to teach bugged out doctrines. Talking about basically, because you're basically lying on the Lord when you're saying that you're going to burn forever and ever, all right? Okay, eternal damnation, all right? So you're lying on the Lord, saying He's not merciful, okay? So yeah, lessons within lessons. Also, one more least in heaven. Remember this scripture? Okay. Matthew chapter 5 verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. It doesn't say he shall be burning in hell forever and ever, all right? Eternal damnation. It doesn't say that. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Again, for you wacky, bugged out pseudo-Hebrew Israelites. All right, so yeah. Back to this joker right here. One more, all right? And of course throwing in you pseudo-Hebrew Israelites, because this is Yah. This is Yah too. All right, those that are teaching bugged out doctrines. Jeremiah 11 and 9. Jeremiah chapter 11 verse 9. And the Lord said unto me, a conspiracy is found among the men of Judah and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. You see that? 10. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words, and they went after other gods to serve them. Right, and this guy went going after other gods, bro. All right? Because when you are going after other gods, what you're saying is that that's your power. So what he's saying is that the American military and the philosophies of it and the secret society that he's in, I guarantee if I do enough digging, all right, this demon, this black demon, okay, is in a whole bunch of secret societies. Probably the Boule, definitely the Boule, okay, all right, and other secret societies, all right. If I do enough digging on this guy, okay. So yeah. So this is a conspiracy. He's part of a conspiracy, which the Lord is seeing. And the Lord sees you. The pride in these people, man. And they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant, which I made with their fathers. 11. Therefore, thus say, Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Right. And you're not going to escape. All you military personnel, Jake, that want to go along with the narrative like this, all right, and persecute your own people, all right, and participate in Jacob's trouble, the Lord is going to judge you for that. So, Lord willing, that's an edifying, lesson within lessons. Yeah, man, we here, man. So get your mind right, brothers, sisters. The narrative's being painted. All right, you got Jake selling out, talking about Africa terror group could soon strike inside the U.S. So you already know they're going to bring in the military. They're going to bring in, all right, persecution to Jake in the communities, in the barrios, and the ghettos. All right, it's all being set for Jacob's trouble, but the elect are going to be delivered. All right, you know what? Let me bring that out, and I'll close out with that. Jeremiah, all right, chapter 30, because the elect are going to be delivered. All right, you Edomites and you sell out Jakes, you're not gonna get the bulk of the elect. All right, you will not put your hand on them. Okay, they will be delivered. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 4, and these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. That's talking about northern and southern kingdom, the 12 tribes. 5, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, not of peace. 6, and ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into pale. Right. You 2/3 here in America, you're going to get it, though. Okay? You're going to get fucked up, man. All right? By these these wicked, evil Edomite military personnel, and of course these wicked, evil, okay? This is what I'm going to use the word black, okay? Jakes in the military that are willing to go along with this bullshit, okay? I'm going to use the word black for y'all. How about that, okay? All right? In its proper context, you blacks, devils, okay? But of course, if you see his skin complexion, he's different shades of brown, okay? Clearly he's not black, all right? But his spirit is black. Can't believe you would go along with this shit, man. But hey, it is what it is, man. It's the scriptures, all right? You're going to have sellouts. You are going to have sellouts. 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right, the elect are going to get saved out of it. So you're not going to touch the elect. You're going to get the wicked Jakes that didn't want to repent, but you're not going to touch the elect, all right? Because the Lord going to lift up the standard. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19, okay? And when you go into that word standard, it can either mean fight or flight, okay? So, yeah. So, Lord willing, us edified, all right? We have wicked sellouts among our nation. This is a prime example, brothers and sisters. So, get ready, man. Get your mind right, man. It's coming. Jacob's trouble's coming. And with that, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep the Norah, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles, elders. As you can see, we're almost out of here. All right? We're at the end. Okay? Like the apostle elders say, we have a matter of months. Okay? Could be 12 months. Could be 24 months. Could be 36 months. Could be 48 months. All right? But we got a matter of months, man. All right? A lot of things are about to happen. All right? Under Donald Trump's presidency, I believe through the Spirit, a lot of things are about to happen. So, stay locked in, all right? And do not look back, okay? We're almost out of here. To the few who are watching, keep studying. And when you pray, check, cover, shalom.